Hello everyone, B.O.B. here, and welcome to another episode of Labcraft. And if we have a look in here at the project I started just last week, you can see I have, well, basically completed it. I've got all the farms up, but everything's just running into chests right now. And what I want to do is a lot of this kelp be running directly into smokers, and then some of it running directly into bone meal. So I'm thinking just this, like, maybe one of these ones on the end that's going to run into a couple composters, and then the other two will run into smokers. Um, and, I mean, we're providing a fuel source for them smokers, so that's not really a big deal. I actually have a whole bunch of kelp in the super smelter now. Just kind of cooking that up, drying that out, so that way I can craft into dried kelp blocks, and we can start fueling some of these systems right away, including the super smelter system. I'm still using coal for this. As you can see, I still got a stockpile of it, and I even got like plenty of coal ore left, so that's not really a big deal. It's not an urgent thing, but I do want to start producing bone meal pretty much right away. So that's probably what I'll do first. I just got to decide which which one which one I should. I guess the one furthest from the super smelter should be the bone meal one. I guess that would make the most sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let me go ahead and set that up. Okay. Well, I got basically sort of a collection system put in place. I kind of want to do more with at least these ones, like the ones that are producing the dried kelp. Maybe have them sent into a water tube and then like into a crafting area, maybe over in here. That could be a very handy thing. I know I talked about doing that in the Endercraft world because it's it's basically the same setup there. But I didn't. I just kind of put, crafting benches right next to the collection chest, and I was working with it that way. I mean, which is a possible scenario here, but wouldn't it be cooler if everything came to one place and it'd be like, I don't know, maybe I stand on a pressure plate and it starts spitting the dried kelp at me, and then I could just look at a crafting table and I craft it as it's being sent into my inventory. That would be pretty cool. Uh, hmm, that's that's maybe not a bad idea. I do want to send it into like some sort of a mass collection area so it's not. I don't know. I guess I could do like a hopper chain. That would store quite a bit. Hmm. But yeah, I want it to be able to stockpile if in the event that I can't open that. In the event that I can't get to crafting it up, for a long period of time, I don't want it to be like backing up, having 100 entities sitting on top of hoppers because they can't be taken in. Which, I mean, we were already getting to that point with the first two farms because I just had them going in the chest, which filled up very, very quickly. And, well, frankly, these are going to kind of start to fill up pretty quickly as well because, I mean, they're only double chest collection areas, and these farms produce pretty quickly. Um, so maybe I'll look into something like that right away. Like bone meal, I'm not worried about. It's not going to come in so fast that I'm not going to be able to keep up with it. This will fill up. Like this has only been feeding into the composters for about 15, 20 minutes now. And you can see where we're at there. So, I mean, yeah, if I'm here a lot, that's going to fill up eventually. But I can easily take that out of there, put some into the pickle farm, or put it into, whatever other bone meal thing I might need, like producing flowers for the bee farm. Um, but yeah, it's the dried kelp, because it needs to be crafted into blocks in order to use as a fuel system or as a fuel source, and short of like getting into chests and taking it all out and then crafting it all into blocks and then putting it into another chest. I mean, there's not really a convenient way to do that. So maybe I build a convenient way to do that. Well, I got started on this whole distribution thing, and I was thinking I would like have it like go through like water tubes and all coming into like some double chests in here maybe, and then just have it feed into droppers. Uh, where I could like stand on a pressure plate and have it spit it out. But I kind of reworked it as I was going. I didn't like the idea of actually having it go all the way up against this wall. Um, well, I mean, it might still do that, but like there's not going to be chests and stuff here. I decided that I am just going to use this double chest as storage, plus it'll be a dropper down below and then a hopper. So I mean, not the deepest storage for these sort of things, and I probably actually will have chests in here now that I'm thinking about it to store the dried kelp as I'm crafting it up. But anyway, instead of a pressure plate, I decided to go with a lever. And the reason why is, well, I'm sure you just saw it a few minutes ago. Yeah, llamas. And he's not the only one. They seem to keep spawning down here with their wandering trader because, they don't care about anybody's personal space. But just to show you, well, all right, I don't have the redstone lines connected just yet. But here's what we got. Redstone lines are going to feed into, well, there's a sticky piston underneath that observer, so that observer will lift up, triggering the observer clock, and it'll cause the dropper to spit out continuously. Let me wire it up on the other side. I don't have the hoppers hooked up yet, so I don't got to worry about it spitting things out right now as I'm demonstrating. But I just come up here and I throw this lever, and I do believe, yeah, that's okay. I do believe that reaches far enough. But yeah, see, it'll trigger the observer clocks on both sides. Therefore, the dropper is going to start spitting out the dried kelp, and then I'm going to have it meet up in the same place, like right here. Basically, I don't know. Maybe no. I was thinking about having it come up underneath me, which I could still probably do that. Like maybe have it come to this area right here, and then like have a trapdoor that I can stand on, and it would just like spit things up into the trapdoor. That might work out. I don't know. Either way, I got to close these in, build the water streams, and then yeah, kind of figure out how to decorate this with like just get a crafting table in here somewhere, and probably a chest, so that way as I'm crafting, if my inventory gets full, I can throw some stuff in the chest, and then it'll allow me to pick up more of the dried kelp. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you how I laid that redstone out. Real simple. I chose to use torches here because, well, I mean, I had to go down a step. It was either step it down or just use torches on the side. And plus, I mean, that'll like push that redstone signal a block further. Not that I think I really needed it. 9, 10, 11, 12. No, not really. But, I just felt like that was the easier way to go about it. And then, of course, I put like upside down stairs on the blocks beside, so that way it didn't create a burnout clock. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of close all the redstone in and get my water streams built. And the water streams are all in place now. So if I just kind of stand here and I got this trapdoor, I could stand right here, throw the lever. And it takes a few seconds, but as you can see, the dried kelp starts to pop into my inventory. It's not as fast as I would have liked it to be, but well, I kind of already closed it all in now. I don't know about adding new droppers, but it's going to bring it all to me. I don't have to go get it. I can just keep crafting the blocks as it comes into my inventory. So I guess it is coming a little bit faster now that it's been on for a little bit. That ain't too bad. So yep, this is working out. It might even be faster still to just clean out the chest by hand. I don't know. This is easier anyway. Yeah, though, for future reference, though, I think if I ever build something like this again, I'm going to have at least a double dropper system coming from each chest, so the items come a little bit faster. I mean, yeah, I can, like, just stand here and turn it on, and I can just wait in this UI and craft the blocks as the kelp comes in, but it It's a little bit slow, if I'm honest. I mean, it might even be faster just to come over here and pull the stuff out of the chest and then take it to a crafting table. Like the setup I have in Endercraft, I have like the crafting tables built right into the walls beside where the collection chests are. But I don't know. I don't need to have like the triple double chest storage here because, well, these farms are only going to be active while I'm here. Endercraft, I mean, my kelp farms are pretty much active as long as anybody's on the server. Well, for the most part. I think we did reduce our simulation distance in that world to 8 chunks, but still, pretty much everybody's close enough to one another that it seems like if anyone's online at all, it's loading my farms there. But yeah, here that's not the case. Everybody's far enough away from one another. Plus, it's only a 4 chunk simulation distance. Um, I do have it set up here so I can go across the top of these things if need be, as well as get down in here where the redstone is, but it's not like this is overly complicated redstone. So I doubt I'll ever need to come down in here, but if I do, I have my little maintenance access. And plus, I just wanted to be able to come up on top of this thing. See, this is what I was saying in the last episode. I wanted to be able to look over the whole thing, and that's why I built this little platform up here. But I mean, it's still I would have. I kind of would have liked it better if I could see the top from here, but yeah, well, they just got too tall. But yeah, I think this project is going to be done for now. I might do some more like detailing and decorating here later on, but for now, I'm just going to let it do its thing. I did mention in the last episode that I wanted to be focused on the villager infrastructure, and so I think that is what I'm going to divert my attention to here. Well, my villagers still weren't breeding, to no surprise, so I decided to come back to the village where I had acquired my last villager, and sure enough, I managed to find one more. There is still a raid going on in this village, and I can hear the villagers close by, but I don't see them anywhere. At any rate, I have the villager that I came for, and hopefully just the addition of another one's going to at least help my problem. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and take him back to my breeder and stick him in there with the other two and see if that doesn't accomplish something for me. Okay, third villager in place. He seems to have found himself a workstation already, so that's spectacular. I have not traded with him yet, but he should remain a farmer. It'd be nice if this one sells golden carrots, because these two do not. Glistening melons, both of them. But yeah, I just kind of want to hang out here for a little bit, see if maybe they share some food and start some breeding. That would be spectacular. And if they don't, I just don't even know what to do. Well, after just hanging out in here with these guys for a little bit, I did notice at one point one of them got the angry particles, and I'm not really sure why. It was as if he couldn't access his workstation, but they all seem to be accessing their workstations. I don't know what the deal is there. But maybe they just think they can't, even though you can clearly hear them using the composters. So I decided just cap off the composters with trapdoors and then moving the sea lanterns up a block, because I want to keep everything well lit. And I want to keep the composters capped off because, well, I mean, anybody who has worked with villagers and particularly farmers, when there's composters around, these guys get stuck in the things and you can't get them out of there. So I don't want that to happen. I still don't understand why they're not breeding, they're not sharing food, they're not doing anything. And again, like, I've explained this before, like, I built this exact same breeder in a testing world and it all worked out great there. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's getting pretty frustrating because this one thing is holding me back on many, many other projects, pretty much. Um, I need all the assets that come along with villager trading. You know what I mean? I need an iron farm. I need, well, like librarians with all the appropriate enchantments. How did you get in? He had to have spawned in there. He spawned in the water streams. That's how little they care about where they spawn. Like this whole thing, it's water streams, but somehow they spawn. He spawned in there. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. But seriously, though, like, what's the deal with this? I mean, and like, if I don't figure it out by the end of this episode, and one of you guys happens to know why I can't get these villagers to breed, please let me know. I mean, I even thought like I had an extra bell when I went to get that last villager. I found it in that village, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'll hang a bell up in here, and maybe that'll help, establish it as a village, and maybe they'll breed. But no, I mean, they started moving around a lot faster after I placed it. I don't, I don't know why. But seriously, like, come on, guys, share some food, make some bibis. 3, 2, 1. I'm still at this. Feeding them more food and everything else. Still getting the occasional angry particles. Those guys are looking at each other. Maybe. I don't know. Good news is the new villager that I just brought in actually sells golden carrots. So I'm starting to get some of them. That's a good thing. And being that I got pumpkins and melons coming in at a pretty high rate, it's not too hard to keep them coming in, even with only one villager selling the golden carrots. I mean, well, you can see I got more than half a stack and just buying them out one time. Yeah, trade some food, guys. Come on, please. I did meet up with Be Magical today for a little bit, and kind of went and flew around his base, checked out some of his stuff, and he was saying pretty much all his villagers were zombie villagers that he converted. Like, he wasn't able to get them to breed at all. He just kept getting zombie villagers and converting them. I want lots of villagers. I don't want to go through that. I need them to reproduce. He did theorize that maybe some of the command blocks we have in play here on the server might have something to do with our breeding issues here. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I can't think of any other reason why. He was saying he had tried it in other worlds, and he's been able to get villagers to breed. I built this exact same breeder in my testing world, and it worked just fine. So I don't know what the deal is here. If anybody has any ideas, let me know in the comments below. If you've ever heard of maybe command blocks interfering with villager breeding or anything like that. I don't really know much about command blocks, so I wouldn't be the expert in that sort of thing. I do know that, the idea for all the villagers that I need, trying to convert each and every one of them, I definitely don't want to go through that. I definitely do not. I mean, to get them coming in as villagers and then sending them through some sort of a conversion station, that wouldn't be an issue. But to get each and every one of them as zombie villagers, which I suppose I could do from my my zombie spawner. But that's still that's a lot. That is a lot of nitpicking through zombies, basically. See, look, did you see that? Particle effects above the one bed. And there was no reason, they can't get to these beds. What's going on with these guys? I don't understand. Yeah, you can go right to the bed. You can go right to it. They seem to get stuck on these slabs, which is annoying. Yeah, see? He's like, oh, I want to buy your melons instead of going to sleep. Just breed, people, please. Well, I decided to come over here to the shopping district, step away from my villager project for a minute, just to see if anything has really changed. And no, not really. I mean, there is this going on over here. I'm told Labster's building something, and I don't know what it is. Oh, I just fell in a hole. Okay. But, oh, no. Okay. But, yeah, I mean, aside from that, shopping district is pretty much unchanged since last time I've been here. We've had this color store coming soon since, jeez, I don't even know. It's been months and months. It's been coming soon. The Level Up shop. This was one of the shops that I used to frequent. It's not even there. Is D Level done? Like, I know he was like kind of busy with work and stuff. I didn't think he was done completely. I'm pretty sure the green was supposed to indicate that these shops were still active, but there's nothing here. Maybe they're just trying to bring this down to that level. Maybe that was what the plan was here. I don't know, but yeah, that shop's not there anymore. I don't know if this shop was ever even finished. Like, it doesn't look like it ever was. I mean, and this was, what? Rip of gold? But yeah, this was here, like, it was started, like, before I even joined the server, and I don't think it ever even got finished. Yeah, this is like, I don't know. It feels like the district's dying a little bit, and it's a little bit sad. Gunpowder shop. I know Tom and Be Magical. Well, I guess Tom is now the blacksmith, but these guys are still active. So, what's going on here? 64 diamonds for a backup box. Oh, okay, yeah. Be Magical was telling me about this, and he's making backup boxes, basically boxes of backup gear, kind of like Green's Did You Die boxes. That's kind of cool because that's something that, like, I wanted. Like, I already have backup Elytra and stuff, but I don't have like any other backup gear or enchantments or anything like that. So, like, that's one of the reasons I've been so focused on villagers. I want to be able to have that backup gear. I'd kind of like to go end raiding again and get some more shulkers and maybe even more Elytra. I haven't done that in a little while, but I don't want to do that if I don't have backup gear, because if something terrible happens and I die, well, I'm back to square one. And this time I'd be losing a bunch of netherite tools. I don't really want to do that. But yeah, the shopping district is kind of unchanged since last time I've been here, which is, well, it's a little sad, if I'm honest. It also just occurred to me that there's not really anywhere to buy hoppers right now, which I don't need any right now, but I mean, that's such a better way to do it than having to craft my own. There was like a hopper shop right in here, which I am guessing, because this is Be Magical's shop here. I'm guessing it was his hopper shop. He's got an iron farm. He's got so much of this ancient debris. It's ridiculous. Let me show you something. Okay, well, you've seen how his shop was entirely made of the ancient debris. Now, that shop was not in stock. Stock is empty, and that's what he sells there, was ancient debris, of course. But look at this. These are the walls l- leading to his base, for the hallway leading to his base. And he's got a lot more of the stuff at his base. I don't know how he's getting it all. How he's finding time to mine all this. I mean, yeah, he's probably using like explosives because that's the way to do it. And we have unlimited TNT here on the server. But holy cow. Holy cow. I I mean, I already have all the netherite I need, really, so I haven't been actively after the stuff. But yeah, he's got plenty of it, that's for sure. So here I am back at the breeder, hoping on a miracle, I guess. I don't know. Um, I think I'm gonna just call this episode a wrap because nothing that I'm trying to do is working. I mean, I know I got some other stuff that I need to do. That's what is up with that? Why why isn't that melon broken? Huh. Well, I'm sure somewhere along these lines another plant will grow, and that's going to cause all of these to eventually break it. So I ain't gonna worry about that too much. Um, but yeah, what I was saying, I think I'm just gonna wrap this episode up. I know it's been uneventful, and it probably hasn't been all that long of an episode, but a lot of the things that I have planned is entirely dependent upon these guys, and they're not doing what I need them to do. I do have some like decorative things that I want to get done, but I mean that's probably not all that exciting. And plus, I got to grind the materials to do that anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna call it an episode for today, and hopefully, like in between now and next week, I'll be able to get some more accomplished. See, look at that. There we go. We got rid of that melon. But hopefully, between now and next week, we'll get more accomplished, and even if I do have to just abandon the breeder altogether, which would be a terrible concept because there's so much relying on that. I I will, I guess. I mean, there's other things in play here that it could could be done, I suppose. I still got to work on the wool farm. Um I don't know what other farms to put in here at this point. I know I had some ideas, and I'm just kind of drawing a blank right now. But kelp farms up and running. That was a big thing. I kind of started that last episode, finished it this episode, but uh, hey, it's produced the bone meal. That was the big thing when I started this project, and as you can see, it's coming in. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna call it an episode for this week, and we'll see what we can't manage to get into next week. And so, my friends, that completes today's episode. And as always, if you enjoyed this episode, please remember to hit that like button, even though nothing really happened in this episode. Uh, and of course, if you're interested in seeing more from me, consider subscribing as well. I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching and wish you all a wonderful day.